go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Tom Ford, and this is another Grey Vetiver flanker. We just did a samples on Grey Vetiver Parfum edition a few months back, the newest toy in the Grey Vetiver line. Today we are delving into Grey Vetiver Eau de Toilette. Usually lineage goes Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, and then Parfum edition as far as lineage goes. But with Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, they started with EDP. Then they went Eau de Toilette, decided, it doesn't sell well, we're going to get rid of it. And then went with the Parfum edition. So this is, of course, in the back end of my camera here, part of my own collection. I bought this a few years back. Actually, don't even remember where I got this from. That's how old and how much this has been just collecting dust. It's in the purgatory. If you don't know me, I got like 100 or so fragrances that I have to unbox right now on my channel, of my personal collection, because I kind of stopped doing that. And I bought more than I could chew, basically, as far as I like to unbox on the channel and kind of give you a real take. Yeah, this probably doesn't have as much, we'll say, as much steak in the potatoes of the game, but it gives you a real life feel of a fragrance enthusiast that has 4,000 bottles, samples in the thousands. I have the channel that it's been years since I've been doing this, so it's kind of like a nice little treat, and I hope that my current subscribers enjoy that, you get a real, like, who cares about hype, stuff like that. I'm just going to give you what I think about it immediately. Now, this is, of course, a discontinued and rare scent. So again, I can't even tell you where I got this from. You know, I purchase a lot. Like, obviously, I think I got this on FragranceNet, to be honest. I'm trying to go back here in the Rolodex. I think it was like these one-offs that I got an email because I do sign up for emails for really rare and discontinued things that it's just going to sit there. I'm never going to get an email from these companies, but randomly I do get some, and I'm just like, oh, that's in stock? Yeah, I'll get one. Because they buy from, sometimes they buy from, fragrance shops that shut down, and they have a lot of fragrances that they couldn't sell, and these big discounters buy them. If you didn't know, most of their things are through distributors, so all their newer items that they get, FragranceNet, Fragrance Buy, Fragrance X, they all use almost the same distributors as the retailers. So this is a very exciting unboxing for me personally, because I do own, of course, as you can see, the EDP version of it, which usually makes my spring top 20 list for designers. It's from the Signature line, so I like to put that in the designer realm. And as much as designer fragrances, like, I'm just going to be unboxing right now a Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance, and I just saw the price of it. Didn't know it was getting this bad, but it's 175 USD for Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance. Man, have prices gone up. That's crazy. That's like almost like, that's in the 200s right now. Like, I remember I used to buy like Frederic Malls for that price, Tom Ford Private Blends for that price, high-end stuff for that price. But I do respect and love the Grey Vetiver DNA. I always felt like this is what I like, and what I look into niche and high-end indie brands and stuff like that. Sometimes, you know, I look for stuff like things like uniqueness and things like that. And you know, those are things that excite me. But in the designer realm, yeah, that excites me. If you do like a Gucci Guilty Absolute, right? Where it was different from anything else from like, it was totally left field from what Gucci Guilty is used to. This is more of one of those that I totally appreciate, because we're getting less and less of these, is that it's just classy, well done, well built. Transitions are flawless. It is highly versatile. It smells expensive, and you can't really, you know, anybody that we're talking a mano here, and you're just like, it smells expensive. What are you talking about? Well, it smells high class. It smells clean. It smells well done, well constructed. There's no rough edges to Grey Vetiver EDP. I can wear it casually, and I can wear it with a high-end, it's the gray suit of the fragrance game. So gray suit, white shirt with a gray tie. That's what the EDP kind of reminds me of. So I do respect and love Grey Vetiver. It is one of my favorites, and I can't wait to see what they do here. Even if it's just minimal changes, I'll still enjoy it, honestly. So if the quality doesn't dip You should have a happy frag head. And it's funny, like some flankers, you know, if they don't change anything, you know, depending on the fragrance itself, if it's a flanker of a bad fragrance and they haven't changed anything, it's still going to be bad. So hopefully, you know, they changed it, maybe made it brighter. That's my assumption. It was an Eau de Toilette. I'm assuming I see a lot of citruses in the note breakdown where we're going to take a look at it. The same nose returns, so that's always a lot of positives where your fragrance reviewer like me, I look at it, I'm calculated, right? I'm like, okay, Fremont came back. Okay, what are the notes that are different here? Okay, more citruses. They're going to emphasize something a little less dense, which is fine. This wasn't a dense fragrance at all. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the Robes Away channel. I'm your host, Mark, and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. I certainly appreciate it. I do unbox things like this from my own collection, which is old as dirt. There's some old stuff, right? This thing has 10 plus years on the, not on the market, but it's that old. But there's not too many fragrance reviews on it on YouTube that I noticed. So, you know, these are the kind of fragrance reviews, honestly, like if you're in it for the views, the likes, all that kind of stuff. A guy like me would just unbox this off camera. Don't do it, right? Let's start, you know, feeding the trough, right? Brand new releases, top 10s. Who cares about this? I'm here for, for the funsies. You know, I have a channel and I hope I help out someone because this is really more important of a video than me opening up the new Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Who cares? This is more, you know, it's not in stores. You know, the person that's looking into this has to blind buy, right? You're not going to be able to test it. No one's going to have decants of this. So it's really exciting. I love, like, this is like my passion. So I can't wait to see what they did here. And I hope that, you know, people that are new to my channel see that passion. And yeah, that passion comes out sometimes defending the fragrance community because I was one of the people that built this thing up. I'm not saying I built it by myself, but I am part of that community that built it, and I will defend it. It's just like right now, Canada and US, we're kind of going like this. And as a Canadian, I like to see my country defend our land and our love. Doesn't mean I hate Americans, but I want, you know, I will defend, you know, what I've been a part of. So let's go into the notes. This is not why you clicked. You clicked for this. So let's take a look at the note breakdown and let's see, you know, what's kind of different here. Now on the top, we got iced lemon. I've never seen a note like that, iced cooling lemon. So we'll see if there's a invigorating hit. There is, of course, grapefruit in here, which can give you that zing, but bergamot can give you that icy feeling as well. And we have basil, so we got an herbal connection here in the top note. In the middle, we got orris, so we got iris. Okay, so we'll see if we get something smooth, buttery, as a floral orris would do. We have sage, we have orange blossom. Again, orange blossom going into that soapy floral quality. It could give out, of course, also an orange feeling as well. And artemisia, again, going into that green aspect as well. In the base, we have some green aspects here. Vetiver and oak moss back to back. So two green notes. Vetiver, of course, the base of gray vetiver. It never was, at least through wearings of this guy and testing out the Parfum edition, which is the newest one, I would assume the vetiver never really came out very earthy, dense. It was just good enough. Like I classify it as a clean vetiver. You know, there's some dirty, earthy vetivers, rooty vetivers, right? Encre Noire comes to mind as the easiest one from Lalique, but they do have that Encre Noire Sport, which is one of the better sports in the game, by the way, which introduces a citrus to the vetiver. So are we going to see that kind of? Probably not. This is going to be a little more classy than that, personally. And then we got musk and amber to finish off this note breakdown. It was released back in 2014, so it has 10 plus years under it. The nose returns, Harry Fremont from the EDT. Pricing, discontinued. Very hard to find. Like this is I got a unicorn in front of me. Probably not the most exciting unicorn to have in front of me. Like I've had stuff like Kesha del Nemo, Gucci Rush, Dolce Gabbana Buy. Those are unicorns that are exciting ones. They have this aura to them, right? And they're like $500, $600, $1,000 on eBay. This is, yeah, I probably would fetch that on eBay, but it, you know, a lot of these discontinued fragrances kind of forgotten in the game. So this is where this kind of slots in. So finding at a discounter, finding at a retailer, of course. If you do find it, especially, you know, it's been discontinued for a while, congrats to you, honestly. Especially if you got it for a pretty good price. And I think I got mine I think I got it just for retail at a discounter, which is fine. Like they inflated the price a little bit, which is fine. So let's check it out. This won't be much of a comparable. Like I'm not going to try to do that, but you never know where this is going to go, this unboxing. It's already running long with that introduction, but we will see. Finally, this is a perfect time for this. Like we're, of course, March. A lot of you don't have snow on the ground anymore. Congrats to you. I have snowbanks as tall as me. Yeah. It's still winter out here. We had some, I think we had 2 days of plus season, right? +2 Celsius or something like that. And then it just went back to minus, like it's minus 15 or 16 today. So yeah, no bueno. Still cold, still doing its thing. Differences, of course, you don't have that smoked glass look, but my 250 mils are going to be playing nice together. Finally, you have a friend. But yeah, it's more transparent, but it has like the exact same cap, all that good stuff. So let's delve into this one. Grey Vetiver Eau de Toilette, and a rare occurrence on YouTube. Not too many people have this, or have smelt it, or gave their thoughts about it. So I'm looking forward to giving you my thoughts on it. It shouldn't be a major change, I'm assuming. So let's get into it. Yep, it has that familiar, classy Grey Vetiver, right? A little more citrus. It didn't. It's not giving me as much brightness or as, you know, that iced lemon or grapefruit bergamot. Like I was expecting maybe something a little more chilling, a little more sharp, I guess, a little more, a little lighter, but it's giving me the citruses in heavy doses, but it's not giving you that, you know, that jarring hit sometimes that citruses do to tell you, hey, this is going to be really thin. But it smells like a Grey Vetiver. If you blindfold it, I kind of like doing this on my channel now, is that if you blindfold me, would you smell this and say Grey Vetiver? I would. I would. I might be wrong, right? It could have been a Gatelaine Vetiver, it could have been something else, but that would have been my calculated guess. I would have said this is Grey Vetiver, and I'm talking about the EDP here. So perhaps a redundant release. Perhaps that's why this one is no longer with us. Rest in peace. More citrus? Yeah, absolutely. Less vetiver? Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting more lemon than anything else as far as the notes go. Now let's put it on skin. I'm looking forward to wearing this. This is super versatile, just like the rest of the line. So it's not like there's a bad season to wear this, a bad time to wear this. Obviously, I'm a little more casual today than this really is intended for. For me personally, I love wearing this dressed up. Yeah, so you're getting that lemon drop. I wouldn't call it iced lemon. The bergamot's doing its thing too, that sparkle that I get from the usual bergamot note. So it does have that invigorating hit, but it's not, you know, I've had some citruses that it was like almost ice cold. This is not there. And it does have that orange blossom floral component as well. I can sense it a little bit, and a lot, not a lot less, but less vetiver than the EDP. So a little redundant. Yeah, but at the same time, right, it's well blended, it's well executed, the quality, you can smell it. Redundant, it could be for a lot of people, honestly, and that's probably why it was kind of axed. Compared to the Eau de Toilette, like, it's kind of that redundancy that I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to wear this in the same situations as this, but, you know, if I'm really thinking about it, yeah, now I can wear this during the day, and then at night, this one has a little more personality. I kind of stated that in the Parfum edition, where I said, well, you can use the other one at night, and you can use this one during the day. Well, now we're starting to get really redundant, right? With the parties here. Like, what am I going to do? Morning, morning, afternoon, and then the Parfum edition is night, maybe. The redundancy runs fairly big on that day. but still well done. Vetiver's definitely not as strong on this one. The lemon is the big citrus in here with the bergamot. Fairly thin. Still dressed up. You're still good as far as dressing this one up or dressing it down. Versatility still very high on this one. The EDP, of course, fuller, rounder, but I was expecting that, honestly. If the EDP is the gray suit, right, that charcoal gray suit with tie, this is the gray suit without the tie. Less formal, a little more playful, but still classy. Yeah. Clean vetiver, absolutely. You know, you're not going to get that dense, dark, rooty vetiver that you get with a lot of other fragrances. You can sense that it's a very high quality vetiver. It's really nice. You can sense the rootiness, but it's so cleaned up. Well balanced, it's clean, it's fresh. Yeah, lemon's primary. You're getting a little bit of that grapefruit in there. Bergamot, I would say, is secondary in regards to the citruses up top. Vetiver is definitely there. Orange blossom, just a tad of it. I'm not sensing much, if at all, the orris. So the iris, you know, the familiar things that I'm looking at, an orris root release or a note, I'm not sensing much of that in here. As far as the basil, the sage, artemisia, those green facets, not really facets in here. Oak moss, maybe a pinch of it. Ambry notes, yeah, now we're just stretching it a little bit. So mostly, in a nutshell, citrus-based up top, a lot thinner than Joe over here, which we came to assume. Vetiver toned down a bit, a little bit of orange blossom here to give it that soapy white floral quality. But, you know, this kind of scent is... There's some scents out there like Mugler Cologne, Prada Amber Pura, even Prada Infusion D'Homme, clean scents. This would fit, right? Like these kind of fragrances, including this one and that one, are those kind of scents that just smell great and they're great travel buddies. And there's not too many scents out there that I review that I could really put in that high-end travel buddy where you're not going to offend anybody with this kind of scent profile. Actually, this is the kind of stuff you want to wear. Like sometimes in travel, you know, there's two rules. Either you wear no fragrance, right? Wear deodorant, be kind to your partner, whoever's going to be sitting beside you, behind you, in front of you, whatever. Either wear nothing or wear something that is very like this. And this is just perfect for on a plane, on a train, going, you know, in small, encased, you know, travel places, close encounters. These are the kind of scents that it's like no-brainer, right? You're going to smell like soap. You're going to smell classy. You're going to smell clean. You're going to smell... This is the kind of scent profile that I would wear on a plane, on a train, all that. Close encounters, yeah. 100%. And even in the office, right? Those kind of scent profiles, right? Yeah, it's quality. And my only thought process is why they discontinued this is that it's just the redundancies kind of getting... I don't know if Harry did enough in here. It's not that thin. Like it's thinned out version of this, but I don't think it's thin enough for people that went to a store and they saw both of these and people would choose this over this. And that's probably why it got discontinued. Low sales is pretty big on Tom Ford, right? They bring stuff in, don't sell, they're gone. So when you're going to a store and both of these are together, I could see some people definitely gravitating towards this a little bit more. But I think the majority of people that were able to smell both, the personality is bigger, bolder, better in here. However, it's still very easy, pleasant, you know, that kind of thing. So I could see why the closeness is too close. Too close. So at the end of the day, I like it. Why? Quality, blending. And those are major facets in perfumery for me personally as a fragrance reviewer, especially in the designer game. Those are things that are lacking these days in perfume. Like I'm going to do some Jean-Paul Gaultier. I'm going to do a Bad Boy Carolina Herrera. A lot of the market is towards the teens, the kids. You got a Lightning Bolt bottle coming up, and we got a Le Mal bottle coming up to be reviewed on the channel. And this is its competition, right? Tom Ford's signature line is, it's not their direct competition. Obviously, they're looking at a different market here. This is not for a 15-year-old kid. However, the money that's being pushed, who's going to be, where's this going to go against, and where I go with quality and, of course, blending and all that. So Harry Fremont did his thing. Didn't pull too much away from the original. Gave it what the Eau de Toilette should be smelling like. Yeah, I could see that correlation. And at that point, this is a good release. Is it a redundant release? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Now that you've heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly. Please let us know what you think about the Eau de Toilette. And of course, this review and your comments included with the review, especially to the people that have smelt this, good or bad, doesn't matter. If you're going to be completely opposite of me, or you're going to say this is a 10 out of 10, it's the best from the line, I love to see those. To the ones that just want to pan it, or the ones that are in the middle, that's fine. My review is more positive than negative. Yeah, I gave you some negatives and positives to kind of think about, especially if you're trying to pull the trigger on a blind buy. I would recommend this for someone that really loves this, kind of wants something lighter. This would be good. The quality, there's like no budging on the quality. It's still there. If you love this and you want it a little lighter, this will be it. But that redundancy is there. So just be warned in regards to that. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.